So it's about 60-some degrees in the shade here. Well, it says 72. It was like 62 up in the up on the patio. The AC's running. It's not a warm day, but if you feel this rock, it feels like 120. And let's take a look at the temperature inside my little cactus solarium here. Looks like about 90. Can you see that? I can't. It's hard to see. There, about 88, 89. So these guys have been doing so well this spring. Weeds, I've had to weed this several times, but see these huge things? These are new. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my gosh. Last year, all these were new. That was new. So last year I had 5 cactus ovals, 5 cacti last winter. And because I had a contraption similar to this, those 5 turned into like 15 or more. And I got these big, huge ones growing. And nice blooms too. We got some nice flowers last year. See all those blooms there? And so now this year, the second winter in a row, I got all this other growth. And this contraption is cheap. It's just brick. I just laid it down. And look at all these air holes and gaps. And it used to have even more gaps. I had to put this wood here sometime like March or April. By the way, right now is May 6th. And this cacti right here started growing up so tall, I had to put this extra wood on here to give it room to grow. And you know, I had a hole here for the warm air to escape. You know, by morning, temperature in there is about the same as it is outside. But after sundown, it's still 10 degrees warmer in there. And dry. I mean, the only rain that went through, as you can see, this is the only place that water got in. And it only watered this one cacti, maybe these 2 next to it. The only other place water could get in is from the outside, from the terrain, like a downhill. And the whole reason I did this, here's the kicker. The last 3 years have been really cold. Here it is May 4th and 70 degrees in the shade. I mean, it's raining, cold, miserable for the last 3 years. And these cacti laid down and turned yellow. And they'd never done that before. So last year I built a contraption using this piece of plastic. This one piece of plastic here covered everything I had. There's just those 5 ovals. And I had lumber, or I had plywood on both sides, on 3 sides actually. No, I only had plywood on one side, and then the third side I piled up with rocks and whatnot. And then I found some scrap lumber like this to lay on the sides. So I had bolted the piece of lumber. I don't know if you can see the holes anywhere, but I had bolted a piece of lumber, and I did a bunch of drilling and cutting and measuring, and I wanted it sealed perfectly to keep the hot air in, and it was just a ton of work. And then when the wind grabbed it, it threw it and broke it. So here it is crooked. So this year I decided I'm just gonna put some brick down and throw the plastic on top. And the wind, of course, blew the plastic off, so I had to put bricks on top. And you can see these air gaps right here. I mean, it's not sealed at all, but it works great. You can see how many new cacti I've got. There's just so many. And see that little one down there? I don't know if you can see it. See if I can point it out to you. This little one down here, that fell off. I knocked him off by accident. So that's my sixth separate, and it's not doing too well. It didn't have any roots or anything. Oh no, it's got one. It's got a little baby on there, see? Even it's got a little baby on there. And I transplanted it myself, like in December or something, when I built this. I knocked it off by accident. And it's growing. So yeah, so all these cold winters, last 3 maybe, really did a number. I mean, the cacti, all 5 of those would lay down, and they would turn yellow, and they would lay down, and they would form the contour of the rocks like that. Oh, they look so sick. And they didn't come back till May. It wasn't May until they actually started to spring up and become vertical again. But look how it is here in May. May like 6th. They're like not just vertical, but there's like 100 extra buds. Look at the size. Look at the size of this bud here. It's like, there's some of them are huge, and they've been growing for like only like 3 weeks. Look at the size of these. And it's such a cheap contraption. Look, it's not even bolted together. I just knocked it apart. And it works great. And there's all these holes here for air to leak out. It feels cool in here, actually. Can you see that? Anyway, I just thought I'd share how well it works, how easy it was, and it would be so easy. I'll just stack these bricks in a big square somewhere up where you can't see it. I'll wash these off and lay them up against the wall, and you'll never see them. The scrap wood goes back to where it was hiding out in the rain. It's so easy, and it works so well.